Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are looking ahead to DraftKings for the 11th of October. We got a three-gamer today, and hopefully you guys all did pretty good yesterday. As normal, if you guys do go on and like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it, and also hit that subscribe button for more NBA, Fanduel, DraftKings, and Price Picks lineup advice videos and strategies. Once Price Picks comes around for the regular season, we got you guys every day. So we're doing today for you guys. So, like I said, if you guys can give us a like and a subscribe, that would really be appreciated. We're trying to get to 5,200, so if you guys can hit that subscribe button, would definitely appreciate it. And yeah, once again, it was pretty good. This was kind of our main core. I switched up just barely with Chris Boucher, and it was a pretty solid option. I went with Chris Boucher here just last minute. I literally had 7 seconds left and I put him in there last second just in one of my lineups because I was like, maybe he does something here against Toronto, and he did, and he won me a small little $9 tournament. So, Maxi Pritchard, solid options. Maxi only played what 12 minutes, I think. So I don't know what happened, but still got 20 points. Pritchard was solid. Sharp, I wish he would have done a little bit more, but like I said, we still got the W, 22.2. Keontae George, thankfully, Keontae George and Bailey came back out there for like the end of the third and fourth. Thank goodness, because that really put us over the top. Denny Avila, did all right. He was in the starting lineup like I projected him to be. Victor at 33.9. There was reports that he may have been out in this game, but thankfully, I put him in there last second, and then Sabonis at 21.3. So we'd love for you guys to come join us. This was our other one here with a 238.4. So if guys want to come join us, $5 day pass or $15 for the rest of the NBA preseason, and that's for FanDuel and DraftKings separately. Check us out on our Twitter. That'll be in the comment section below. Click that link, and we'll get you guys all set up. If you don't have Twitter, we have our email. You can message us. We'll get you guys all set up as well. All right, now let's go look at our first game. OKC and Indy here in this one. So it's going to be interesting teams. So OKC is playing 4 games, and this right here is the second game they're playing, and this is last year's second game. Played most of their starters about the same as they did game one, 16 to 18 minutes. So we'll see if they increase that. If they don't and the starters play, then I think Shea and Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, guys like that, Cason Wallace, they are worth a shot. If they're gonna rest their guys or maybe not play them a ton, then I mean guys like Dieng's gonna be worth a look as well. And then obviously you got to look at Aaron Wiggins. So if I had to pick Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins is looking pretty good, and like I said, Dieng. Over here at the small forward, like I said, Caruso's, like I said, in play as well. I forgot how to say his last name, but if a couple OKC guys said I don't mind looking at Brooks again, they're trying to give him a lot of run here in the preseason, and he's really not looking that bad here for Oklahoma City. So definitely another guy that I really don't mind looking at there. Over here, let me see. Isaiah Hartenstein for sure. If he doesn't play, Jalen Williams comes into play at a minimum, almost minimum at 3,600. As long as Chet Holmgren and guys like that are still out, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. But if starters play normal minutes, 18 and 19, they're okay options. But I just don't know if they're worth 9K. Shea Gilgeous, but you can put up those numbers. So as I mentioned, Shea, Cason Wallace, Caruso, um, Wiggins, and Dieng and Jalen Williams are worth a look. Over here on the Indiana side, game two last year, they played their guys about 16 to 17 minutes, and I'm expecting that about the same in this one. So I don't have a ton of guys I'm really looking at. I mean, you could always look at the bench guys if they're only really going to play 16 again. They can really look at the bench guys. I mean, you can look at Ray J. Dennis maybe. And like I said, this is deep GPP if these guys are going to only play 15. Johnny Furphy, I don't know how to say his name, but he's in play as well. Peter actually got some half decent run last time out, so it just depends on what they're gonna do. But keep an eye on that. There are some really cheap options over there. I mean, if they're gonna play 20, 23 minutes off the bench, why not put a couple of them in there? Quentin Jackson could be worth a look again. He just had foul trouble last time, so we'll see what he does here. James Huff, maybe, but maybe Jackson could have a rebound if he plays minutes. We'll see. But yeah, just got in foul trouble really early last time out. So that's what we got going on there. Not their minute to be ton in this one. Let's go look at Atlanta. I do expect Atlanta to play their guys about, 20, probably 19 to 21, 22 minutes. They might play a little bit more here, a couple of them, maybe 23 to 25 minutes, but we'll just have to see. It's going to be around that low 20 range here for Atlanta. But guys like Trey Young, Daniels are going to be in play once again. Jalen Johnson, like I said, they did play crazy minutes first time, but maybe a little bit of an uptick here. So, like I said, I don't mind a little mini Atlanta stack if they're going to play me, 22, 23, 24 minutes. Um, I mean, like I said, Jalen Johnson, um, even a Convu could be worth a look again, even in the GPP. So, main guys I'm looking at is Daniels, Young, and Jalen Johnson. I mean, if they're going to play their guys normal minutes in a Convu, maybe in some GPPs, Porzingis and GPPs as well. All right, moving on to Memphis. We'll see what they're gonna do. Ja Morant's probably not gonna play. Not gonna probably play in the preseason. We'll see. Jackson's still questionable, and then Zach Edey as well. So, a couple scenarios popped in my head because, like I said, I think Ty Jerome sat last time out. Um, with Pippen, or it was just one of them. I forgot which exactly what it was, but I could see Jalen Will sitting here. Maybe Williams gets the start. I could even see, like I said, Ty Jerome coming back into play if he gets to start again, especially, like I said, if Jalen Will sits. I don't know if he does, but he's played two straight, and maybe they give him a little bit of a rest, and maybe they do the same thing with Santa Almeida. Both those guys have been playing both the first two games, so I don't think they'll sit. But if they do sit, maybe guys like GG Jackson come into play a little bit more. PJ Hall maybe comes into play. We also saw a little bit from Lawson Lovering as well. He started last time out, but like I said, we'll just have to see what they do in that one. All right, Charlotte and Dallas is going to be our last one that we're going to look at. So one thing that I do want to point out, I think this is either the second or yeah, this is gonna be the third preseason game I think for Charlotte, or the second, one of the two. And last time, either last preseason, I think in Game Three, it was Charlotte did rest Ball, and I think that's going to be what Game Three is here. Let's just go clarify, so I'm not giving you guys false info. Um, all right, let's go look at the Hornets. But yeah, I think it was. Sorry about the misspell, but I think it was Game Three because I think they're playing three or four. Or I think they're playing five again this time around. So, but yeah, they did sit Ball. They did play Bridges, and they did play Miller. As you can see, they played them half decent 24, 21, for Curry. Debate didn't play much, but looks like Ball did get the rest last time out. So if Ball does sit again, this is where it gets a little interesting for Charlotte. So on paper, I think Trey Mann gets the start for Ball, and then I would think that Con Knuckle probably gets back into the starting lineup, is what I would expect to happen. So I think Con Knuckle is worth a look for sure. And if Ball is out and Trey Mann starts, I think Trey Mann again at 3,700 is almost a lock here on DK because of what he did last time out. So keep an eye on Lamelo and see if the trend continues. But like I said, Miller again, you can look at him. Maybe Sexton does something if Ball's here. Ball's not there, but he is a veteran, so I don't know how much run they're going to give him. But he's a guy that can do absolute massive usage rate in small amounts of time. And then another guy that I do want to look at, like I said, I'm bad with pronunciations, but I think he could be another good play. I think he had 26 or 28 minutes last time out, so give him a worth. Give him a look, and like I said, maybe they rest Ball in Bridges. Who knows what they do? Because those are just slight veterans on the team. But if they do, or even if they rest Diabate for some reason, Ryan is going to come into play as well. Like I'm not going to say his last name, but he comes into play at 4,000. He'll probably get the start, or if he doesn't, he'll still play probably 23, 25 minutes. So keep an eye on Charlotte. We'll see if they rest any guys. It's going to be one of the later games, so there could be some slight edge going on there, depending on what's going on with Charlotte. All right, moving on to Dallas. Dallas, last time in game two, they played their guys about 15 to 17 minutes, just like they did in game one. So I expect about the same. And they even played Cooper Flag about the same amount of minutes. So Um, I think once again you got to look GPP if the trend continues. Guys like Max Christie's going to be your GPP play. Jaden Hardy as well. Both of those guys were very productive. Hardy got a little bit more minutes than Max Christie did, but Christie was productive in the minutes he was given. I mean, you can look at Cooper Flag and Anthony Davis, right? Like these guys in limited minutes are still very productive, so don't not play them. PJ Washington, another guy that could be okay off the bench. He was very productive. Um, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting slate. I think this is mostly like what game two, game three for most of these guys. Maybe they rest up a couple of guys. I just like looking at all the scenarios. So all right, so if I had to pick, I do like Shea if you can afford him, but if not, I think probably Trey Young would be your next best option, and then Daniels, and he's shooting guard eligible, so Daniels in there as well. I don't mind looking at Casey Wallace, Scottie Pippen, Ty Jerome. Especially Ty Jerome or Pippen, one of those guys starts. If someone sits, they're almost a lock for sure. Moving on down the list a little bit, um, like I said. You could take a crazy shot with Indiana GPP with like Dennis and stuff, but I don't know if you really need to go that way. Moving over to the shooting guard, if Miller plays, I don't mind looking at him again. Daniels, as I just mentioned, Case Wallace, Con Nuppel. I like Nuppel if, like I said, if Ball sits and he's in the starting lineup, Nuppel and Trey Man definitely come into play. Ty Jerome, if he starts, once again, a good play. Christie GPP only for me. Furphy as well at 3,400. Hardy is a steal at 3,200 if he plays 22, 23 minutes again. If OKC rest their guys like Youngblood could come into play. Moving over to the small forward position. It's kind of breaking it down here. Jalen Johnson at 79 is in a really good spot. Probably going to pass on Flag, Benedict Mathurin, Zach Rashishe. He's going to be in play at 5,900. Jalen Wells could be in play, but if he rests, like I said, I'm weary of that. Wiggins as well at 4,900. Even if the starters play, he's in a good spot. If the starters don't play, he's in a really, really good spot. Same thing we're here with Saluna Saline, or however you say his name. If a couple guys like Bridges sits, then he's going to be in play at 3,800. If Santa Almeida sits, GG Jackson, maybe John Conchar come into play. Like so, these are some deep GPP plays, and then you got PJ Washington at 3,000. Like I said, go look at how he did. He didn't play a ton of minutes, but he was very productive. And for 3K, shoot, why not? AD, if you want to put him in there, sure, but man, he's 8'7". I don't know if if I need him that much. Um, Nobody really up here. Wiggins, as I mentioned, I like. Dieng, just depending on what's going on with the OKC guys. Jackson only if Santa Almeida sits. PJ Washington, as I mentioned, and then Brooks as well here for OKC, depending on what's going on with them. And then at the center position, let's wind it out here real quick for you guys. The Porzingis is an okay cash game option. Isaiah Hartenstein, if he plays 20 minutes, he's all right cash game. Conwu, okay cash game. Um, Depending on what's going on with Indiana, maybe Huff. You can go look at Jackson again for Indiana, even though he stunk the first time around. Isaiah Jackson. As I mentioned, Ryan as well here for Charlotte. Maybe Diabate or some of those guys sit. He comes into play. So a lot of really good plays. Like I said, PJ Hall as well, depending on if anyone sits. So some solid options. We'll just have to see how it goes. And like I said, it's hard to find information in the preseason. Like I said, a lot of guys like underdogs and fantasy labs don't do a ton during the preseason. So let us do the work for you. Like I said, only $5 for a day pass. That's it, guys. You get two lineups for $5. That's less than a cup of coffee for either Fanduel or DraftKings. And as you guys did see, it was another W for us. It was a nice little small takedown with a small pivot to Chris Boucher for us. But like I said, why not come join us? $15 as well for the rest of the NBA preseason. And we do have our NBA season pass as well. If you guys are interested in the regular season pass, like I said, it's going to be 120. It's going to go back up to 160 here on the 21st of October. So definitely get in and save that $40. And if you do, the preseason is included and the first two rounds of the playoffs for the season pass. So, like I said, comment section, it will have our Twitter. Click that link and we'll get you guys all set up. Give us a follow while you're at our Twitter. And our Twitter's right here as well. Chris Anthony NBA1. Like I said, give us a follow. We'd love for you guys to come join us. And like I said, email us as well if you guys don't have a Twitter. Email us and we'll get you guys all set up on premium. All right, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys leave if you find this information helpful, leave a like. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.